Welcome back to my channel, and more importantly, day 17 of our 25-day countdown to October. Ignore that it is already October, my bad. In today's video, you will need a 5mm hook, white, orange, red, and black yarn. So I'm going to start off with the red. And since all of these squares are similar, I'm going to just be making the one. And depending on which one you want to either have the border on the outside or the color on the inside, you can start accordingly. On the red one, I want it to look more like this, where the red is in the middle and then the black is on the edge. So I'm going to start with the red. I'm going to do a magic circle. I'm going to chain 3. And I'm going to do a double crochet into the magic circle. And I'm going to chain 2. And I'm going to do 4 double crochets into the magic circle. And I'm going to chain 2. And I'm going to do 4 double crochets into the magic circle. And then I'm going to chain 2. And then I'm going to do 4 double crochets into the magic circle. So right now you have 3 sets of 4 and then 1 set of 2. I'm going to chain 2 and I'm going to do 2 double crochets into the magic circle again. I'm going to pull that tight. And in case you missed the very first video, this is going to be very similar to that, where I show you how to make the square. So since I'm doing 4 double crochets on each side, that's the reason why we chained 3 at the beginning, because that is going to count as one of the double crochets. So you're going to constantly be connecting right in the middle continuously. So I'm going to go into the top of that chain 3. And instead of grabbing this and going through and continuing with the red, I'm now going to grab my black yarn. And I'm going to pull both over. I'm going to chain 3. And instead of ignoring this and going into that same spot, since this chain 3 does count as one of the double crochets, I'm going to go into that next spot, the top of the last double crochet. And since we're going to need the red, actually, I'm going to drop that red. I didn't mean to go over it, my bad. I'm just going to be going over the black. So it'll look like this. And then I'm going to do 2 double crochets into that corner. I'm going to chain 2. And I'm going to do 2 more double crochets into the corner. And that's how you're going to do every corner. So each time you start a new row, this one starts off with 4 double crochets. And you're adding 2 on each side, so then it goes 8. And you add 2 more on each side. So I'll go 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Each time. And then whenever you do the last 2 double crochets, make sure you pull it over so you can get into that first one right there. And then one last time, I'm going to remind you how to do the corner. It's going to be 2 double crochets, chain 2, and then 2 more double crochets. And make sure to push that over so you can get into that first spot. And then I'll meet you back here. And now I'm in the last one. So I'm going to go into that top of the chain 3 space. And I do this so I don't have to cut and sew in more stuff. So I'm going to show you what the back of that looks like. So it just kind of has this kind of diagonal because we're pulling it forward, but since it's the back, it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to grab this from the back and pull it through. Chain 3. I'm going to drop the black. I'm going to go into the next spot and continue the pattern as usual. Let's see. That's just the back, and you don't have to weave anything in except for the start of each color and then the end of each color. So that'll be really nice. And then I'll meet you back here. And then just to remind you, I'm only doing the speed times 2. So you can, on YouTube, you can slow that down by half and it will be normal speed. Or you can slow it down more if you really want to watch and zoom in. Just that I would give you a little reminder that I only do times 2 speed. And just a few reminders, even though I'm only a few rows in and there's not a lot to unwind. When you're only working on 2 colors, you can very easily just unwind like that. But even if you're working with more, don't forget to unwind. And also don't forget to count your stitches to make sure they're correct. And if you forget how many stitches there's supposed to be on each one, remember there's 4 on this one. And then you add 2 on each end, so you add 4 each row. So this one's 4, this one should be 8, this one should be 8 plus 9, 10, 11, 12, and so on and so forth. So you can count and make sure that that is correct. that was the last row of double crochet. So you can go in that top chain of the chain 3, grab the black, pull that through chain 1, and this time, and this is the only time you're going to do it, you're going to go into that same spot, you're going to do a single crochet, and then you're going to go into the next spot, if I can. And do another double crochet, and this time you're going to crochet over the red, or you don't have to, I do because I like to stitch some of it in as I go. And then you're just going to single crochet all the way around, and I'll show you what to do when you get to the corner. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and drop the red now. And in the corner, it's going to be kind of similar, except for you're not going to do any chaining. So you're going to do 2 single crochet, kind of pulling a little tight, and then you're going to do 2 more single crochet into the corner, and make sure to pull that over to get to that first one as usual, and then just single crochet all the way around, doing 4 in each corner. And I'm going to go ahead and do all that and meet you up at the end. I have done the last single crochet, so I'm going to go into that first one, slip stitch, and then I'm going to chain 2 and then pull out enough of a tail to weave in. Pull that tight, and then for the red I'm also going to leave a tail to weave in. And looking at the back, you only have the 4 ends to weave in, and if you followed along the way I did them, you crocheted over part of them, so you really only have to weave them back through one way, and they're weaved in, and then this middle one is easy, so not a lot to weave in. But yeah, this is how it ends up looking, and you can do these colorways, you can do different colorways depending on what color you're making all these different squares. So if you do different colors, or if you do the same colors because everyone's technique looks different, please post them on Facebook or Instagram and tag me so I can see them. But yeah, this one isn't blocked, the other ones are, so there is like a slight difference. And then for tomorrow's video, we are doing another sew on one, so you will need and I'm doing deeper colors than I've been doing because I wanted to show you like how squares could look in different colors, since I've been doing a lot more bright colors. So you're going to need a forest green background, a like burnt orange or like a pumpkin orange border, and then using that same kind of, rustier orange color, we're going to do something with the sew on. We're going to use that same orange, we're going to use a brown, and we're going to use more of a sage green for the sew on portion. So to recap, because I just kind of rambled, we're going to need a forest green, a sage green, or like an olive green, a rusty burnt pumpkin-y orange color, a brown, and I believe that's it. The 2 greens, the orange and the brown. Yeah, that's all you need. So go ahead and put your guesses in the comment section what you think tomorrow's square is going to be. And with all that being said, I can't wait to see you in tomorrow's video, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!